After becoming Malaysia Prime Minister in November 2022, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim made ASEAN his first foreign policy priority. Among his early official visits were Indonesia, Singapore, the Philippines, and Laos. These visits reflected Malaysia's commitment to strengthening ties with its closest neighbors and building a stronger ASEAN community. The discussion focused on expanding trade, attracting investment, improving connectivity, and creating more opportunities for cooperation. They also reinforced Malaysia's commitment to working closely with ASEAN countries to address shared regional challenges. Indonesia, Malaysia's closest neighbor, remains an important partner with strong economic and cultural ties. With Singapore, both countries continue to strengthen cooperation in trade, investment, and cross-border connectivity, including major projects such as the Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone and the Rapid Transit System. In the Philippines, both leaders explored ways to strengthen economic cooperation, increase trade, and support regional stability. Meanwhile, the visit to Laos further reinforced Malaysia's commitment to ASEAN cooperation and regional development. Malaysia's ASEAN-First approach continued to grow when the country assumed the ASEAN chairmanship in 2025 as host of the 46th ASEAN Summit in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and brought regional leaders together under the theme Inclusivity and Sustainability. The summit focused on strengthening regional unity, promoting sustainable economic growth, and ensuring ASEAN remains resilient in an increasingly challenging global environment. This early engagement sent a clear message that Malaysia believes a stronger ASEAN will greater opportunities, stability, and shared prosperity for the region. As global challenges continue to evolve, Malaysia remains committed to working closely with its ASEAN neighbors to build a peaceful, connected, and resilient Southeast Asia. For Malaysia, ASEAN is not only our closest neighbor, it is our trusted partner for the future. Hello, you're watching Global Perspective and I'm Suhil Noor. After becoming Malaysia's Prime Minister, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim made ASEAN his first foreign policy priority. His early visits to neighboring countries reflected Malaysia's commitment to strengthening regional partnership through trade, investment, and closer cooperation. But why does ASEAN matter so much to Malaysia? And how do these diplomatic relationships benefit businesses, young people, and our future? Today, we'll take a closer look at Malaysia's ASEAN-First approach, why regional cooperation is becoming more important than ever, and what it means for all of us, especially for our younger generation.
What comes to my mind when I heard about Malaysia and ASEAN is the diversity and unity from Southeast Asia country, and Malaysia is one of the country that's people known in Southeast Asia also, as it's one of a huge country with multiracial people, and Malaysia and Asian also have a unique friendship with others neighboring countries. In my opinion, yes, Malaysia does benefit being in ASEAN because Southeast Asian is a large community. So being a part in ASEAN benefits Malaysia a lot, as a neighboring country could help us and Malaysia could also help other neighboring countries too.
I think about all the Southeast Asian countries that get to work together in a cooperative way. Oh yeah, definitely. It helps me embrace my culture and my identity.
Give a benefit for tourism, education, and a job opportunity for youngers.
ASEAN and Malaysia is something that's always been together since we are part of Southeast Asia, and it's a organization that is very important, that has contributed a lot into the development and the growth of our country, whether socially, economically, or even, in my opinion, I hope that Malaysia and ASEAN can collaborate more and develop a great relationship with each other, so that we can reduce or prevent any other any type of pertelingkahan or any fights between the countries, and we try to raise our countries together, since Southeast Asia countries actually have many potentials, and we have so many natural resources, and if we use it well, we can definitely become one of the greatest. We can help our people more.
I think as a student, Malaysia being a part of ASEAN really does give us some benefits, because through the collaborations and the diplomatic relationship, students can easily join exchange programs to the international level. I think Malaysia and Asia can achieve a lot more, especially on green technology, crisis management, and innovation.
So we just heard what the younger generations has to say. ASEAN cooperation is about more than diplomacy. It creates real opportunities through stronger trade, greater investment, and closer regional partnership that support economic growth and improve people's life. After the break, we'll explore two of the biggest examples of Malaysia-Singapore cooperation, the Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone and the RTS link. Together, these projects are creating new business opportunities, generating jobs, and bringing the two countries closer than ever before. Now, let's take the conversation a step further with our expert guests and explore the bigger picture. Join us after the break on Global Perspective.
2025 has been a year of turning points, a time of geopolitical shifts, economic realignment, and rapid technological change. Through it all, Malaysia has steered ASEAN with conviction and purpose. We have drawn the region closer and carried it forward. At this defining moment, ASEAN has stood firm, stronger as one. At the heart of Malaysia's chairmanship lies the theme Inclusivity and Sustainability. It is about forging a community where every voice soars and no one is left behind, where we secure the long-term well-being of our peoples. Together, we have built new partnerships, deepened those that endure, and kept ASEAN's centrality as our compass. We have sown the seeds of a lasting legacy with ASEAN 2045, our shared future, a strategic vision for future generations. This has been a year of significance, defined by progress and purpose. Through quiet resolve, we have bridged divides and fostered dialogue. We have reinforced ASEAN's place as the cornerstone of regional architecture. We opened a new chapter by admitting Timor-Leste as ASEAN's 11th member. This reaffirms our founding vision for a united, cohesive, and forward-looking Southeast Asia. We have advanced ASEAN's geo-economic agenda by reinforcing our single market and deepening ties with key partners, supercharging our path towards becoming the world's fourth largest economy by 2030. We continue to press ahead on vital fronts, building climate resilience, deepening our digital economy, and connecting the energy grid. Malaysia's chairmanship now culminates in ASEAN's largest and most high-profile gathering of leaders to date, an assembly of the world's principal centers of power and influence. This has been a year where ASEAN proved its resilience, a year when trust held, cooperation deepened, and our voice was heard with greater strength and clarity on the world stage. As our chairmanship draws to a close, Malaysia reflects with pride on the journey we have taken together.
Looking ahead, I have confidence that ASEAN can chart our future with foresight, with confidence and determination. I am confident that the aspirations of ASEAN, of peace, of justice, of prosperity shared by all will endure for generations to come.
One of the biggest outcomes of stronger Malaysia-Singapore ties is the Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone, or JS-SEZ. The JS-SEZ aims to attract more investment, support business growth, and create more high-quality jobs on both sides of the border. It is expected to strengthen key sectors such as manufacturing, logistics, digital industries, tourism, and the green economy. The goal is simple: to make Johor and Singapore more connected, more competitive, and more attractive to global investors. Another key project is the Rapid Transit System, or RTS link, which will connect Johor Bahru and Singapore with a fast and efficient rail service. Once operational, the RTS link is expected to reduce traffic congestion at the causeway, shorten travel time, and improve daily commuting for thousands of people. It will also make it easier for businesses, workers, and visitors to move between the two countries. Together, the JS-SEZ and RTS link reflect the strong partnership between Malaysia and Singapore. More importantly, they show how regional cooperation can create new opportunities, strengthen economic growth, and improve the life of people in both countries.
Since 2022, our Prime Minister, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, actually has placed strong emphasis on strengthening Malaysian relationship with Singapore. So from economic perspective, this relationship is very important because Singapore is not just our neighbour but also one of our most important trade and strategic economic partner. So basically, we Malaysia has advantage in land, labour and cost competitiveness, while Singapore has strengths in finance, technology and global business at work. Investors want to see stability, policy clarity and also strong regional cooperation. So initiatives such as Johor Singapore Special Economic Zone is one of good example of how we can improve the relationship and translate it into economic opportunity. So this cooperation is also not just on the supply and demand side of economic but also on renewable energy, business approval and also border clearance. So basically, Malaysian-Singapore relation can become an important platform for strengthening Malaysian economic resilience and also our future growth. The Special Economic Zone can create major opportunity for Malaysian economic growth. It's important because we can create high-value activity, so it will give us technology transfer and also better skill employment. So this special zone also can help Malaysian company become part of regional and global supply chain. So in terms of employment, the target of the project is 50 projects within the first 5 years, and they are also expected to get about 20,000 skilled jobs. So the real benefit is not just the number of the job but also the quality of the job. If the special zone being implemented well, the special zone can create opportunity for engineer, data specialists and also skilled service worker. So this can help not just Johor but also Malaysia move from a low or middle cost industrial location into a higher value economic hub. We can predict that the RTS link will be an economic connector between Johor Bahru and Singapore. It actually can improve labour mobility because it can reduce time costs for companies that involve in cross-border service and also supply chain activity. RTS link also can support our local business in Johor because now Singapore residents can come for easier shopping, healthcare and tourism. It's also strengthened the overall value of the special zone because now investors can see that to move between Singapore and Johor is easier, and the link can help to make sure that Johor and Singapore become more integrated economic space. The country's current progress has shown that our Prime Minister diplomatic engagement help strengthen investor confidence in Malaysia. Since 2022, the government has tried to project Malaysia as a stable, business-friendly and regionally connected economy. They focus more on the country's stability, clear policy direction and also whether the project will have a good implementation. So I can say that Malaysia has been seen as favorable because we have a steady growth, stronger currency and also stable government. We also have become more visible in terms of high value value sector such as semiconductor, data center and also advanced manufacturing. So we can see that in 2025, we have about 193 billion in foreign investment. So this data and also from our current perception suggests that Malaysia has been viewed as an attractive base for regional growth. So our Prime Minister diplomatic engagement has helped improve Malaysian investment image. Beyond the special zone and also RTS link, Malaysia and Singapore have several areas of cooperation that can bring long-term economic benefit. So basically, both countries can focus on their digital economy and data center ecosystem. Now, Malaysia has increasingly positioned ourselves as a regional digital backbone, and much of the new data center investment is actually flowing into Johor because the possibility of Johor in Singapore. Another collaboration is on renewable energy and energy transition. Both countries can support clean power development, grid cooperation, and also future low carbon investment. The cooperation in TVET, higher education, and also digital skill can help both Malaysia and Singapore workers benefit more directly for the new investment. So basically, in the long-term benefit for Malaysia and Johor, they can become not only just neighbor for Singapore, but we can put this as a strategic partner in larger Asian growth corridor. Successful diplomacy matter because it can reduce economic uncertainty and create confidence for trade and business activity. So the real value is when we have a good political relationship, it also can convert into practical cooperation. So good relation will turn to stronger investment, better infrastructure and also clearer rules for business. We as a nation will get better job opportunity because when we have a diplomatic relation with another country, it can also help attract high quality investment. So basically, if the investment has a high value, the job created also can offer better wage and stronger skill development. So good diplomatic relation will open the door for Malaysian company to enter regional and also global supply chain. So basically, good diplomacy helps strengthen our country by helping increase the investor confidence, and also this can lead to Malaysia become more attractive compared with another country in this region. So basically, to conclude, a diplomacy lead to better job, more business opportunity, stronger skill, higher investment, and most importantly, resilient growth.
The Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone JSSEZ and the RTS link show how ASEAN cooperation is making a real difference, creating jobs, attracting investment, and bringing people closer together. But ASEAN is about more than just the economy. It is also about working together to keep our region peaceful, stable, and secure. After the break, we'll look at how is Malaysia's role as ASEAN chair in 2025 and why regional cooperation is more important than ever. More to come on Global Perspective. Stay with us.
How can we make more impact in terms of positioning and advance our strategic posture internationally in terms of Malaysia, ASEAN, and to become a credible global South and its voices and making an impact in this arena. At the end of the day, Malaysia, we are not a superpower, and that's also an advantage for us to really make a mark internationally and have meaningful conversation, to have a meaningful connection, and putting perspective in which perspective matters in this world.
As Malaysia takes on the role of ASEAN chair in 2025, regional challenges continue to evolve. From geopolitical tensions to maritime security and economic uncertainty, ASEAN countries are working more closely than ever to maintain peace, stability, and prosperity across the region. As chair, Malaysia is committed to strengthening cooperation among ASEAN member states through dialogue, mutual respect, and practical solutions to shared challenges. The 46th ASEAN Summit hosted by Malaysia under the theme Inclusivity and Sustainability highlighted the importance of unity, resilience, and sustainable growth for the region. Beyond economic cooperation, ASEAN also continues to strengthen collaboration in defense, maritime security, disaster management, and humanitarian assistance to ensure a safe and stable Southeast Asia. As global challenges become more complex, ASEAN's strength lies in its ability to work together as one community. For Malaysia, leading ASEAN is not only a responsibility, it is an opportunity to build a more peaceful, secure, and connected future for the region.
Well, the most obvious tangible effect, the close relationship and respect Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim towards our neighbours, toward the leadership of our neighbours when Malaysia became the chairman of ASEAN in 2025. When we became the chairman, I think all decisions made by Datuk Seri Anwar as the chairman of that ASEAN at that particular juncture, I think got consensus in this term because there is a respect between each other. And more importantly, one good example is between the role between Cambodia and also Thailand. I think for the first time, the chairman of ASEAN being involved in this particular conflict between neighbors and between ASEAN members. And because of the respect of the Thailand Prime Minister and also Cambodia Prime Minister towards the chairman, which is Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, within 24 hours, the conflict ended with a ceasefire agreeable between the two sides. And this is no doubt because of the respect between the Prime Minister of Thailand and also Prime Minister in Cambodia, not only towards ASEAN chairman at that time, but towards the Prime Minister of Malaysia, which is Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. So this shows that a tangible benefit of respecting with each other that is professed by Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Well, in terms of ASEAN centrality foreign policy, it runs parallel with Malaysia foreign policy. For example, with the issue of the Palestinian issue, for example, Malaysia is a big supporter for Palestine as a sovereign state. And for the first time in ASEAN Summit, a communique was released about Palestine, or more specifically about Gaza. So in terms of this particular centrality of ASEAN issue, I think Malaysia should play its role, even though Malaysia is not the chairman of ASEAN anymore. That's one good example on ASEAN centrality. And another good example where ASEAN policy and Malaysia policy runs parallel is about the South China Sea. Even though we have problems with China in terms of South China Sea, we have never have any physical altercation with China in this case. So I think this particular policy regarding South China Sea should be extended beyond Malaysia as a chairman of ASEAN because it keeps South China Sea stable and without any conflict. So these two examples is something that our foreign policy that runs parallel with the ASEAN foreign policy. Well, in terms of foreign relationship, our closest neighbor is very important. And more importantly, Indonesia, for example, just got their president, Prabowo. And also Singapore just got their prime minister, Lawrence Wong. And also Thailand also, with its new prime minister, Pateng Tong Shinawat. I think it is very important that Datuk Seri Anwar shows respect to these particular leaders because they are new. Even though Datuk Seri Anwar knew quite a long time Bapak Prabowo, but in terms of respect, in terms of diplomatic relationship, it is important that Datuk Seri Anwar put the importance of visiting our closest neighbor. I think that's the reason why Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, and the Philippines became the first ASEAN nation to be visited by Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Well, true enough, because Datuk Seri Anwar, not only as a Prime Minister of Malaysia, but also after that, a Chairman of Malaysia, it has been his policy that good communication, honest communication is vital for him to make any decision, because decision made by Datuk Seri, not only it will affect Malaysia, but it will affect its nearest neighbors. Or more importantly, it will affect all ASEAN members. So I think honest communication, trust with each other is very important. And this shows that the first few nations that Datuk Seri Anwar visit after his appointment as the Prime Minister of Malaysia is our neighbors. I think that's very obvious in terms of Datuk Seri Anwar thinking in terms of foreign relationships.
Today, we've learned that ASEAN is much more than a group of neighboring countries. It is a partnership that shapes our economy, our security, and our future. Every agreement signed, every investment made, and every diplomatic meetings bring new opportunities, not just for governments, but for businesses, workers, students, and every Malaysians. Malaysia's ASEAN-First approach sends a clear message. When neighbors work together, everyone moves forward together. As regional and global challenges continue to grow, cooperation is no longer a choice, it is a necessity. And with Malaysia leading ASEAN in 2025, our country has an important opportunity to strengthen unity, promote stability, and help shape the future of Southeast Asia. I would like to thank our distinguished guests and our younger generation for sharing their valuable insights on today's episode. And thank you for spending your time with us here on Global Perspective. The conversation we've had today are not just about diplomacy. They are about the future of our region, the opportunities waiting for the next generations, and Malaysia's place in an increasingly connected world. So don't miss our next episode, because we'll be exploring another important chapter of Malaysia's international journey, Malaysia's diplomacy in the Islamic world. We will look at how Malaysia is building stronger partnership across the Muslim world, from economic cooperation and education to humanitarian efforts and global diplomacy. I am Suhil Muhammad Noor. Thank you for watching Global Perspective. See you in our next episode. Until next time, stay curious and keep looking at the world from a different perspective. Thank you and have a good day.